Good blessed Friday night, December the 31st, 2021. It's about 5:55 p.m. I'm down here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, standing in front of the Mississippi County, Charleston, Missouri 33rd Circuit Court building. I greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter if you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you are the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't even matter whether you like me, my YouTube channel, or anything I say or do. That's your prerogative. You got a first and a 14th Amendment right to do as you please, as long as you're doing it peacefully in an order manner. First and foremost, I want to say, if God allow it, tomorrow, Saturday, January the 1st, 2022, I wish everyone a blessed New Year's, a blessed 2022, and I pray that it'll be a better year for all human beings all around the world. Those that don't know, I'm gonna start off the New Year's like I've been doing since March the 24th, 2021, when I found out that my son, Brian Lamont Johns, was found hung, lynched in Carbondale, Illinois on Friday, March the 19th, 2021 in Carbondale, Illinois in the 400 block of Oakland Street, North Oakland Street, on the 3rd floor in the hallway in the Gaslight Apartments. Get a view there. Well, I'm right down from the police department. They might have, called for a reinforcement to see whether I'm out here to try to, well, I ain't gonna even say, but you know, I come in peace. But anyway, I'll be still fighting for justice for my son, because the Carbondale Police Department in the Jackson County, Illinois prosecuting attorney, which governs Carbondale, Illinois, they declared my son's death as a suicide. And if anybody get the Freedom of Information Act on Brian, B-R-Y-A-N, Lamar, L-A-M-A-R, Johns, J-O-H-N-S, you would see that from the beginning, the moment the police and the paramedics came on the scene to my son's lynching, they declared it a suicide before they even did an autopsy, before they even did a toxicology test. The coroner himself, well, not the coroner, but the deputy coroner, which we can't find no record of him ever being sworn in as being the deputy coroner, Sam, and last name is Brian, spelled the same way my son's first name, B-R-Y-A-N. Sam Bryant, we didn't see anything saying that he was signed in as being the deputy coroner, but they declared my son committed suicide right then and there. Sam Bryant even suggested to my son's mother, when me and my two youngest daughters came from Charleston, Missouri to Carbondale, and my son's mother and her other son came from Chicago, Illinois to Carbondale, and we met with this individual in one of the commanding lieutenant for the Carbondale most racist police department. He told me, he suggested to my son's mother, separately from me, to cremate him before we took his body back to Chicago. She told him to talk to me, and I told him it was out of the question. You know, a toxicology test hadn't been taken, nor had an autopsy. But I'm asking everybody, it's a lot of people, they seen my reward poster that I put up. And some people, family and friends, and if the shoe fit, wear it. It ain't everybody. Y'all suggested that I take the $500 reward off and change it to more than it is. Number one, I can't afford more than it is. That's why I put 500. You see what I'm saying? If you all wants to change it to more than it is, get a video of this car. It's about the second time this vehicle is turning around. I guess people, when they see Raymond Lewis Ivy anywhere besides on Vine Street in front of my house, the police or somebody else come. But they got it right. I come in peace. You see what I'm saying? I don't hate police. I dislike some. But anyway, I don't have the money to put $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $20,000. Some people can afford that, but if you can afford it, those who suggesting it, then send me the money down and I'll put it in a bank. You see what I'm saying? For Brian Lamont Johns. You see what I'm saying? For justice for Brian Lamont Johns. And then if somebody come up with information where we can have these persons arrested, tried and convicted, then I'll give them that $10,000 or the $20,000 or whatever you have. But this is what I suggest to all of my family and friends, especially all of Brian's other brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying? I said, on my side and his mother's side, I suggest y'all do what I did. If you need me to, message me, and I would be putting it on my Facebook and the Justice for Brian probably sometime tonight. But what I want y'all to do is, get this here again, boo-boo. I guess it's a circus for Raymond Lewis Ivy. All they have to do is go to my page and they can see what I'm saying. I guess they going to the east, north, south, and west. Raymond Ivy is in front of the courthouse. What is he finna do? Blow the courthouse up? No, I ain't gonna blow it up. You see what I'm saying? God will deal with anything that's wrong. But back to this here. I have sent a letter in an email in one of the flyers by email and certified letter to the Illinois Attorney General. And I'm asking, I believe his first name is spelled Kwame, and his last name is spelled Raoul. He's a black Attorney General, and I think he's Democrat. So you Democrats, you see what I'm saying, that I grew up with in Illinois, email him. It ain't hard to find his email address. I believe it starts off with Attorney General, well, I'll give it to you all. But you have his name. Let's start flooding emails to the Attorney General's office. Then let's start. He got an office in Carbondale, Illinois. I believe it's 601 South University Street in Carbondale, Illinois. He has an office in Springfield, Illinois. You see what I'm saying? And I'm asking, and he have one in Chicago, Illinois. And I'm asking everybody in Illinois and any place else, let's start off the New Year's. We always talking about, there go the thing again. Get a video for me. They even got their dog watching Raymond Lewis Ivy. Hey. All right, Happy New Year's. Roof. Merry Christmas. They got their dog even hanging out the window looking at me. But this is what I want to say. Help me if you want to help me, instead of making suggestions that you're not helping. You see, it costs me when I ride from Charleston, Missouri to Carbondale, Illinois. That's about 60-something miles one way. Then I go to Marion sometime where the prosecuting attorney is at and the coroner's office is at. And I don't ask for anybody. Some of the blacks in Carbondale, even some of them black morticians, said it, all I want is money. I'm trying to get justice for my son. But I'm asking y'all, let's start flooding the Illinois Attorney General's office with emails and letters. If you can Google up, how to get a new hairstyle, if you can Google up how to find a female, you can Google up how to find the Illinois Attorney General. And that's all I'm asking y'all to do. You see what I'm saying? And this really showed me and my two young daughters down here. We travels down there. There they go again, boo. Let's give them a wave. Hey, hey, Happy New Year's. This is Raymond Lewis Ivy asking for justice for my son, Brian Lamont John. Get him real good, boo boo. Justice for Brian Lamont Johns. Okay, let's see which way they're gonna run. They're gonna make a U-turn in the street. But anyway, y'all see they don't have enough time to do anything. Now, if I were running around here with an AK-47, they'd be running every place. But that ain't what I'm here for. All I'm doing, I'm looking for justice. I'm in front of a courtroom that I fought for justice. That's how I got my two youngest daughters when they illegally took them from me on May the 19th, a little after midnight, in the Charleston, Missouri Police Department came in my house without a warrant or probable cause and took them out. They was 1 and 2 years old, but I fought for them. I fought in this system here and I won. You see what I'm saying? I fought by myself. There's nobody come in this courtroom with me. I had a couple of family and friends in Chicago, Illinois, that helped me locate my children after they was out in the streets for 70 days and 70 nights, but I got it. If I got to fight for my son justice by myself, and me and my two youngest daughters down here, and the only one writing the Illinois Attorney General, and emailing and then call his phone number too. Tell them y'all want the Illinois Attorney General, we asking them to do an independent investigation of my son's death because the Carbondale, Illinois Police Department and the state's attorney, the Jackson County prosecuting attorney, didn't do a just investigation. We also asking them to look into. Oh, I almost said something. If you wanted me to stop, turn on around. We right in front of the police station. Let's get busy. See, they holler out. They holler out and say things. That's why I'm standing in front of the police station. If they come and try to stop me, you see what I'm saying? What all I'm going to do is defend myself. But let me say this here. Here it is. The police department in Carbondale, Illinois, and the prosecuting attorney refused to prosecute or arrest a white school teacher that works for the Carbondale, Illinois Rebound High School in Carbondale, Illinois, who had my son's food stamp card 39 days after his death, spending it. Her and her husband, he's black, called himself a Muslim. You see what I'm saying? He was in the pen with my son. Him and his wife, they pray, P-R-E-Y, on homeless individuals. They prey on homeless individuals. They prey on individuals that's on drugs. They prey on individuals that have mental illnesses and get their food stamp card. And the lady that's running the Warming Center in Carbondale, Illinois, she ain't no different than the Carbondale police and the prosecuting attorney and the rest of them down there. All she doing is preying on the homeless people. She getting all these grants. She getting a Human Rights Award for what? Talk to some of them homeless people that's in the shelter. I talked to some right here in Charleston, Missouri that was in that shelter. She's not for them. Just like the police department is not for the homeless. My son was homeless. He was black. He was on drugs. He been to the pen. So they didn't care. My son was just like that brother, that doctor that was found. You see what I'm saying? That they tried to say drown himself, and his family say he was a good swimmer. And two white females just so happened to find searching, and they found his shirts. Just like a white female in Carbondale, Illinois, claims she found my son 2 shirts in front of her apartment on the 3rd floor, in a different building he was found hung in the midst of winter. On the 2nd floor, she claims she found his face mask. On the 1st floor, she claims she seen glass from a fire extinguisher, which they claim he broke. And when she went outside of the building and went around the corner, she claims she found the axe that he's supposed to have. How did she find all of this stuff? How did she know it was his? And he was around the corner on the 3rd floor in the hallway, hung with money balled up in his hand. The deputy coroner had to pry his hand open and take the money out of his hand, which had blood on it. Instead of the CSI lady for Carbondale putting it in an evidence bag, the coroner put it in the body bag. Why they do that? You know why they did that? Because the police probably had something to do with it. But I'm going to leave for right now. I want y'all to have a happy New Year's. And those that get tired of watching what I'm putting on there, like some of these people that's ride past, black and white, even their dogs. You see what I'm saying? Stop listening to me. You see what I'm saying? If I were doing something wrong, the police department right there that's loaded up with cars, they'll come out here, and all of them know me. They'll say, Raymond, you're making too much noise. Raymond, you can't be right here. Raymond, can you leave? And I'm going to leave. Peace be still.